She seems to think this is more important than filming the next episode. She's probably right. Last time, Falseface, the master of disguise from Batman, dressed up like the Sheik of Araby or something and tried to rob Will and Dr. Smith.
Dogs! Infidels! Prepare to die!
Where'd you come from? Who are you?
Stand aside! Come, fight, you infidel! Somebody wants to hear you dreadful man!
I'll shoot! This is a laser gun, and it could put a hole right through you.
It could? Well, I'll take your word for it.
From what we can tell, he's not very good at this robbery thing.
But don't you think in the interest of fair play, he should put down his weapon too?
My mistake. He's not Falseface from Batman, he's Machiavelli from the Time Tunnel.
It's not a weapon, that's just a shovel. Haven't you ever seen a shovel before?
And what would I have to do with something that so obviously belongs to a slave?
Correction again, he's Hara Singh from the Time Tunnel. Okay, which is it?
Permit me to introduce myself. Sheik Ali bin Bad, terror of the cosmos!
Sheik indeed. You, sir, are nothing but a thief. You stole our lunch.
Well, of course! I'm the one and only thief of outer space.
I think you may need to work on your news feed because they've already encountered more than one other thief already. And Dr. Smith is a fair one himself when given the opportunity. And if you're a sheik from Earth, what are you doing out here working as a thief?
Don't come any closer.
Oh, come, come, lad. You've won the field in fair joust, so let us be friends, huh? Good. Now, what can I give you in exchange for those few paltry tools I took? What would you like, diamonds? Emerald? A ruby, huh?
Can Will use a ruby to fix the drill? I think he'd rather have his tools back.
A ruby, yes, that's it. A ruby.
Yes, master.
Does he look and sound familiar? Maybe that's the wrong line. Let's try this.
You rang.
As a child, Ted Cassidy got a lot of grief because of his unusual height. He finally topped out at 6'9", and when he went into acting, he made that towering tallness work for him, playing roles like Lurch or this guy. He also did a ton of voiceover work for cartoons, but in his mid-40s, he developed a tumor on his heart and had to have it removed. Complications set in, and he died at the much too early age of 46. But right now, he's tied Will's and Smith's hands behind their backs and is watching to make sure they don't try anything stupid. Because with Zachary Smith, you never know.
That's nothing but a wrench. That's all it is, sir, honest.
Silence!
Hey, you break it, you bought it, dude. That was $7.99 plus tax. Pay up.
You know, there's something unusually repulsive about you, sir. I don't know what it is.
He's a good judge of character, I'll give him that.
Well, where is your treasure? Where are you keeping it?
We don't have any treasures. We're poor people, aren't we, Dr. Smith?
Don't give him a chance to speak. He'll get all indignant and blow the bit.
Poor!
Yes, oh yes, miserably destitute.
Sure, we're like paupers. You understand? And any thief would go robbing from paupers, stealing from the poor.
How dare you insult my honor!
Yeah, he's angry because you're right. He won't steal from the poor.
Where do the rich people live?
They're back on Earth. It's that-a-way. Or possibly that-a-way. We don't really know. Will doesn't want him to know about the rest of the family yet, so he spins a tale about how the two of them are castaways, all alone on this planet with nothing. They take shelter in some old wreckage they found, otherwise they're destitute.
Call us anything you like, sir, whatever you like. But let me assure you that we are telling you the truth. This whole planet isn't worth that. So please, dear sir, wherever it is you come from, turn around and go back, won't you?
He might have considered doing just that if Smith would shut up and let him think. But he has other things on his mind, like ripping into his slave.
You said the golden arrow pointed this way.
No.
Yeah!
Oh, master, no.
Remember me, boy. Just remember me.
Well, Well, that was short and sweet. What's our cliffhanger for the week?
Well, now, that's all right, Will, really. We've heard it a dozen times now.
You can tell it to me again. I would be glad to talk to you about it.
The robot needs somebody to talk to. It'll be a running theme.
I need to exercise my...
Silence, you babbling bumpkin. Can't you see what the poor boy's been through?
As for you, Will, do be quiet. Do you want these ladies to think I'm weaker than you? Of course, if I hadn't done all that walking in the hot sun, and if I had worn my arch supports...
You'll be all right, Dr. Smith. Here, take this.
Oh, there now.
Here comes the airplane. Open the hangar so it can come in. Oh, what a big boy we are. They don't think he's weaker than Will. They know it. John took the jetpack and went to the spot Will described to investigate.
Everything's safe and secure at the drill site.
Good.
Why, I even found your tools and your lunch kit just where you left them.
That's impossible. There must have been a trace of something out there.
Well, there was. I did some old-fashioned Indian tracking. The footprints were very clear.
Which way did they go? Which way?
I'm afraid the only footprints were yours and Will's.
Chic Abracadabra put it all back, probably because he believes Will about them being poor. That's good, because nobody in the family believes him and Dr. Smith about Chic Abity now. They think Will either imagined it or made it up. Will's determined to prove them wrong, so he's off to find that thief again. I'm not sure how he proposes to do so, since they told the guy there's nothing of value on this planet and he'd do well to go elsewhere, but right now I guess Will doesn't have anything better to do. If I'm walking on a trail and something like that happens, I'm finding a different trail. If Will Robinson is walking on a trail and something like that happens, he starts looking for another one. Found it. When I lived in Wyoming and went hiking and fishing all over the place, I saw lots of different kinds of trail markers. None of them exploded. Has it occurred to him that maybe those are supposed to tell him to stay away? Talk about somebody who can't take a hint. Going by that thing on the top of it, I think he's supposed to go in there and hit something with a big mallet and see if he can ring the bell. There you go. Now where's the mallet? There's no glass in the window. Just climb out. So he's flying through space in a sedan chair with open windows and nothing to contain any air. I hope it flies fast. Chic Alpo Rations was able to sell Will's desiccated corpse to the Ferengi for a tidy sum. He's on what appears to be a dwarf planet or asteroid of some kind. He has no idea where it is or what's here, so the safest thing to do is get out of that thing and expose himself to all of it. Hey, if there's trouble, he can always come back and hide in there. I stand corrected. Wherever he is, Sheik Appropriate his stuff and his slave are also here. And the Sheik is unhappy with his helper.
Where were you? Sleeping again, I suppose.
No, Master, no. I was busy at the furnace.
Liar! Didn't you feel that cold air? How many times must I tell you, this is an asteroid. We sail through space like an empty, cold rock. Don't you understand? Once let that furnace go out and you'll be less than the lowest icicle.
He works day and night to keep their furnace going. It's taking a big toll on him. But now he won't have to work so hard. He'll make Will do it.
Look, this rings. You do this.
What's gonna happen?
This one, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Work. This one.
Yeah, I can do this all right.
Faster. Faster.
That is not a furnace. That is a life-size Bop It. He has to keep going through that pattern every time the bell rings so the furnace doesn't go out. Our friend is charged with taking care of that.
Work. This one. Faster. 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 5 times.
5 times?
Faster. Faster.
I can't decide who designed this, Rube Goldberg or Dr. Seuss. Probably Dr. Seuss. If it was a Rube Goldberg, there'd be a giant bird in there somewhere. He says, "You're the slave of a slave," and he's loving it.
What's that all about?
I don't know. Maybe it's an eclipse.
Looks like an asteroid.
I don't think so. It seems to be orbiting this planet.
Hold on. Will flew a lot farther than that to get to that asteroid, but now it's between this planet and the planet's moon. How'd it get there so fast? Can Sheik What's-His-Turban drive it through space? Or did it fall into a plot hole and this is where it came out?
Dr. Smith, would you find Will and Penny for me?
I am not a nursemaid, madam.
If you wish to eat dinner tonight, be a nursemaid.
I will go with you if you will talk with me.
You stay away from me, you garrulous gargoyle.
On the aforementioned asteroid, someone is in trouble.
Get up! Huh? I might have known you'd be asleep again. Most uncomfortable nap I've had in centuries.
Something seems to be missing, eh?
Yes, where is he?
Where is... Who, Master?
The boy, of course. You think I'm stupid just because I'm not a crafty villain like your former master?
No, Master. I was going to tell you about the boy.
Don't lie to me. I'm hungry. Go get me some food.
Yes.
I'll attend to the boy.
Yes.
I have plans for him. Go!
Better find him quick. He might do something to sabotage your plans, whatever they are.
Please don't kill me.
So here you are.
I was just tired, and I was looking for a place to rest. In this room, it was dark, and... Wow.
Will had no idea that stuff was there. He found a blanket and a pillow, and that was good enough for him. The thief says, "That's just a fraction of what I have, and it's all useless."
Aren't the emeralds real?
Naturally. But look at the golden arrow when you hold them close. Does anything happen? No!
Will says, "I don't understand." Our thief spins his story.
The treasures I searched for once belonged to a beautiful princess who lived on a planet which you probably never heard of. An evil vizier stole her away. And all that was left was a pool of her tears and a trail of her gems scattered across the heavens.
Golly.
And I only have this golden arrow to guide me. Look at it! That's what's supposed to happen!
It's pointing at the planet, so that means somewhere on their planet is a clue to the princess's whereabouts. And he tells Will, "You're going to help me find it."
No!
I hereby dub thee assistant thief!
He might as well be an assistant thief. He's already been an assistant pirate, and that turned out okay.
What are you looking at? What do you see?
Nothing exactly.
Who are those people?
They're called Robinsons, I think.
On your planet? On the place you swore you had only one friend, just that cowardly Smith?
Well, they're not friends, exactly.
Well, what are they? Your enemies?
Yeah, I guess so.
This thief is okay with Will now, so I don't see why he can't just say, "They're my family. I didn't mention them before because I wasn't sure you wouldn't try to harm them." Now Sheik Abu Dhabi thinks they're enemies, and he's raising his sword and swearing death to all Robinsons. Whatever you do, Will, don't tell him your last name.
Let me go! Let me go!
Another intruder, Master.
Let me go!
Speaking of Robinsons, there's one now. Will has to act as though she's an enemy, and the thief says, "This is great. You can kill a Robinson right now."
Now's your chance to prove yourself. The honor is yours. Death to all Robinsons!
Death to all Robinsons. No! No!
For the remainder of the series, Judy found herself with a much bigger part, and my 13-year-old heart never recovered.
Penny? Penny? Where are you, dear?
Well, they did tell him to go find the children. That's not one of them. Needless to say, Penny is still alive. I mean, why waste a perfectly good worker?
Will Robinson, when I get you back home, I'm gonna... This is better than having your head cut off, isn't it? Oh, Will, maybe you'll believe my fairy tales now.
Will starts trying to explain about some kind of potential clue to the princess's location hidden somewhere on their planet.
Sure, the thief's been trailing them for over 200 years. You see, this evil vizier captured the caliph's daughter and took her to some place called Utopia, but nobody knows where that is, so...
Oh, Will, stop it. You're making it all up. No, you're not. I'm sorry.
Yeah, ask yourself why he'd do that, especially right now. Will says, "We'll get out of this. The thief is starting to trust me, and I have a plan."
Will it save Dr. Smith, too?
Who?
Dr. Smith.
Oh, no.
Well, he and the robot were with me when I opened the door of that thing to look for you.
The robot wasn't able to fit in the sedan chair, and he was mad at Dr. Smith anyway for refusing to talk to him. So Dr. Smith is on his own this time.
I don't know where they are now, but I'm sure they would have come after me.
Coward! Dog!
And doing as well as he usually does on his own.
I can explain everything.
I do the stealing around here, no one else. Do you understand?
I was just having a look, sir.
Grab him!
No, please, I meant no harm. I just happened to be strolling by.
What's the matter with you? Oh, never mind. Just go wake up the lions. I'll prepare their dinner myself.
Our thief isn't paying attention. Suddenly his slave is a lot more afraid of Dr. Smith than he is of his master.
Oh, what a horrible way to go. Oh, save me, somebody. I'm too young to die. Oh, dear. Oh, it's getting lower. Oh, dear. Oh, please help me, somebody.
A space thief who reads Edgar Allan Poe. How very unusual. He's positive Dr. Smith knows something, so he has his slave bring him an old book.
Have you seen her? Is she on your planet?
Generic white woman wearing someone's idea of Arabian garb. Didn't I meet her in Philadelphia last year? That's what he has to go on?
I'm afraid I don't recognize the face, sir. If that's the caliph's daughter, wouldn't she be 200 years old by now?
On the other hand, so is he, so it would appear these space people are pretty well preserved.
Dr. Smith, what are you doing to him?
Never mind him, boy. I want the girl to study this picture.
I told you there was no old princess on our planet or any of her treasures either. But I bet I know what makes the arrow wiggle.
He says, this female has a secret about a map her father has. He threatens it out of Penny.
It's a map of where we're going, and we just stopped. Where we are now. On our way, that's all.
Well, get to the point, get to the point.
She knows where her father keeps the map, sir.
It's just a little piece of paper, but it shows how to get to some planet called the Oasis of Utopia.
What did you say?
Or, Utopia. Is that it?
That's a big enough clue to make the compass react, so let's go steal that map. The three of them hop in the sedan chair and take off.
It is all right now. They've gone.
He looks in the book and says, I wasn't sure until I saw you in the robes.
Oh, exalted one. Do you not remember your dog of a slave? The one that he stole when you spirited away the princess. It is I.
It is? I see. Of course it is. I knew there was something rather familiar about your face.
He unties Smith, and Dr. Smith says, "Let me see that book."
From now on, it is you I obey, O great magnificence, O most evil of all evil viziers. I am yours. Everything is yours.
Dr. Smith is a dead ringer for the evil vizier. No wonder the thief didn't like his looks.
The spaceship's over that way, sir.
Well, tell him, girl, not me. Do you understand your instructions?
I think so, sir. It's just like the Trojan horse.
Yes, very good, very good.
He reads Poe and Homer. He said he only steals a little bit from each planet. I'm starting to think when he got to Earth, he decided to steal a library. Good choice.
First, you sneak him inside the spaceship, and then he sneaks me.
And then we steal the map, and that's all there is to it. We're off and away.
He gives them a couple of his trick rings, and they're off, but Will goes back to ask about Dr. Smith. The thief says he's just a hostage. The blade isn't sharp, and it isn't moving down. It just swings back and forth. He's not in any danger.
There is something else. I know how foolish it is to trust you, but after searching 200 years, I'm getting tired. I'm running out of tricks. And what's the good of living anymore if you can't trust a little boy?
He could have gone all day without twisting that knife, but Will knows what he has to do.
Penny, oh, where have you been? Mom, I know this boy is our enemy, but I promise he will not hurt you.
What?
Where's Dr. Smith?
Never mind. Act like you're meeting me for the first time.
What's he talking about?
The thief may hear us.
Penny explains that the thief is real and Will has a plan to catch him. They send Don to hide behind a rock, then come up with a piece of paper they can pretend is the map.
Dogs, infidels, stand back! Down that weapon.
They go back and forth until the thief is in the right spot.
The ring, boy! Your ring, boy.
Throw your ring! They've got me! Help me! Throw your ring!
Hold his arms, his hands. Don't let him touch his rings.
Will says you can have the map, you can have whatever you want, but you have to get Dr. Smith back to us.
Well, I dare you, boy. Take out the golden arrow. It's right here in my robes.
It's not reacting to the map, but it is reacting to something nearby.
Dr. Smith!
The vizier!
Hold him, hold him. Do as I say, or my slave will destroy you all.
Stand still, everyone.
First things first, Mr. Thief was mean to him.
Slave, you are hereby awarded your freedom, provided you dispose of this cursed thief and his asteroid forever.
Yes, exalted one.
He starts walking toward the thief, talking with himself about all the things he's going to do to him. It's up to Will.
Oh dear!
Now, you curse of the ages.
Oh, no, please, please.
But Will says, hold on, look at the arrow. It's doing something. It's pointing at something nearby.
Who's out there? It's coming from this bottle.
My thief! You've come for me after all these years.
Oh boy, she's not Slinky Bikini Body anymore.
You've changed.
Not really. It's just that I didn't have anything to do for 200 years but eat marzipan. You don't know how lonely I got. Nobody to talk to. Just sitting. I've got so much to talk about.
He doesn't care. She doesn't look like a cover girl anymore, and that's what matters.
What did you do with her?
I simply transported her back to my asteroid.
Good idea. A couple of months running that furnace and she'll be in shape before you know it.
Who are you? Would you like a beautiful princess to fall in love with you?
I am a general utility, non-theorizing environmental robot. I am not programmed for emotional entanglements. but I would be glad to talk to you.
Yes, he put her back in the bottle. Why one of them can't figure out a way to let her out, I don't know, and we won't find out because that's the end of that story thread. He put her back because she got fat. Ha ha, funny. Fat jokes were a staple in the 60s, and even as a preteen, I didn't find them funny. Maybe part of the reason was because my favorite sister battled weight issues her whole life. I don't know, I just know they weren't funny. Now, a better gag would have been to have her look like an Earth woman would at 200 years old. 2 feet tall, built like a stick, voice as a whisper, her nose and chin meet right in front of her mouth. You could do lots of things with it. And they established the gag when Dr. Smith asked about her being 200 years old. Think about it. He's been hunting for this beautiful princess for 200 years. He finds her, frees her, and by now she looks like Yoda. That's funny. This wasn't. But at least the robot found someone to talk to. Actually, the way they set it up there, he found someone to listen to, but with a lot of people it amounts to the same thing. Some evening, Will and Penny are out bird watching, trying to catalog the species of birds they can find on this planet.
Nothing. Here, let me look for a while. You just take down the description. I'll do the bird watching.
It's not fair. I always get the dull job.
Look, I'm the man around here, and men give the orders.
Just because you tried to shave this morning doesn't mean you're a man. Why, look at you. All you managed to cut off was a big hunk of skin.
Correction, Will and Penny are out carrying on like siblings and scaring all the birds away.
Oh, isn't it beautiful? All right, well, I'm ready.
We've already cataloged that one. It's a plump-bellied Dr. Smith sapsucker.
But I don't understand. Well, here's a golden-tailed Dr. Smith wyandotte and a Dr. Smith bullfinch.
An explanation is simple. Dr. Smith names all the specimens which he discovers after himself.
That's why I don't ask him to come with me anymore.
You're not required to go with the names he gives them, you know. You can overrule him.
That spaceship, they're throwing something out of there.
Come on, Will, we better get back to the Jupiter, too.
It's luggage, trunks, and suitcases.
Warning! 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 Approaching danger!
As we can see, the robot pushed Will right into the path of the falling box. After he recovered from his injuries, Will made the robot wear the box as a hat for 2 weeks. I'll see you next time you find yourself lost in Irvingland.